Good morning, children. You all have completed reading this chapter. Now today I'm going to explain you the chapter that is health and hygiene. So health, what is health? Health is actually the state of complete physical and mental well-being. Means you are physically fit and you are mentally fit. It means that you are completely a healthy person. So, a healthy person is one whose body and mind are completely fit, and to stay healthy, you should have a balanced diet. Balanced diet means the right amount of diet that is needed by your body. You should protect yourself from diseases. Exercise regularly means every day in morning you must do some exercises to keep your body healthy. Maintain hygiene means you should take bath. You should take bath regularly, brush your teeth, keep your clothes clean. So all these you should do to keep yourself healthy, and take adequate rest and sleep. And even rest and sleep is also necessary for keeping your body and mind both healthy. Now, components of food. You eat variety of foods every day, so there are different components of food, and some food are rich in carbohydrates, some foods are rich in fat, some foods are rich in proteins, vitamins or minerals. And including all these nutrients like carbohydrates, fats, protein, vitamins and minerals, some non-nutritious food, roughage and water is also necessary for our body. So first we come to carbohydrates. Carbohydrates and fats both are the energy giving components of food. Carbohydrate give us energy. It is in form of sugar and starch, and we get it from cereals, fruits, corn, potato and honey, and some sugar and some sources of carbohydrate. We need carbohydrate to do physical work because it gives us lot of energy. Fat is also energy rich component. It gives us energy. We get it from milk, oil, butter, ghee, cheese, cream, etc. And some dry fruits. Dry fruits also contain fats within it, and these two are considered as energy giving food. Now next is the proteins. Proteins are actually called bodybuilding food because they help in growth, they help in building of muscles and also repairing of worn out tissue. Worn out tissue means if you hurt on road by after falling, or some of your skin is worn out, got removed from your body, after some time it heals up and new tissues are formed at that place. So this work is done by proteins. We get proteins mainly from milk, cheese, chicken, fish, egg, pulses, soya and many other things also. Protein is very much necessary for children. So children must drink a glass of milk every day without fail, because if you want to grow big and healthy, you must drink a glass of milk every day. Now vitamins. Vitamins are very helpful for our body because it fight against the diseases. It helps us to fight against the diseases and keep us healthy. We get mainly vitamins from fruits, fishes, eggs and green leafy vegetables. These are the main sources for getting vitamins. Vitamins are needed in very small quantity in our body, but they are very essential for our body, for proper functioning of, for keeping yourself healthy and proper functioning of all organs in your body. Now next is the minerals. Minerals also keep your body healthy and fit. They are also needed in small quantity in our body. Minerals are mainly iron, calcium, iodine, phosphorus. These are the minerals that our body needs to maintain proper functioning, and we get it from green leafy vegetables, Fruits, milk, eggs and salt are the sources of minerals. Milk, there is lot of calcium in milk. Therefore, drinking a glass of milk every day, it gives you vitamins, minerals and proteins, all the three things. So it is very helpful. Now vitamins are mineral called protective food because they protect our body from different diseases, and they are needed in very less amount, less quantity by our body. Now last I told you that roughage and water. Roughage is not nutritious. Roughage is just fiber. Fibers are needed in our body for proper functioning of the digestive system. So our body also needs proper amount of roughage and water. Roughage are the fibers present in our food, and they help in the movement of food in our digestive system easy, and thus and therefore it is needed by our body, and it is also needed for removal of undigested. If there is no fiber in our food, removal of undigested food from our body will become difficult. So some sources of roughage are whole grains. Whole grains are cereals, wheat, maize, barley, all these are whole grains. Green vegetables and fruits, and also you might be eating salad. All these are roughage which are needed by our body. Now balanced diet. Balanced diet, the diet you need according to the requirement of your body, is called balanced diet. So a diet that contains the right proportion of different nutrients, roughage and water needed for the proper functioning of your body is called a balanced diet. Means in your diet all the nutrients along with roughage and water must be present. Now preserving nutrients of food. The food you eat should be properly washed before cooking, and stored food should cooked food should be stored properly so that its nutritional value does not lose. Fruits and vegetables when eaten raw should be washed properly, all this you know, and food before cooking should be washed. The food must not be overcooked. Overcooked means if the food is overcooked, the nutrients present in it lost or damaged. Raw and cooked food should be stored properly, otherwise they get spoiled due to germs. Food can be stored in refrigerator for few days and in deep freezer for several weeks without losing their nutritional value. Some other methods of preservation of food are dehydration, canning, means you have seen a canned rasgulla, it is in tin container, that is canning. Salting, you might be eating pickles, so more amount of salt is present in it, so salt also acts as preservative. And sweetening in jam and jellies, sweetening, and large amount of quantity of sugar is added in that, and it also acts as preservative for preserving the things for longer time. Pickling, adding preservatives, all these are different methods for storing food for long time without damage. Now we come to diseases. A disease is a condition in which our body or part of it does not function properly. Generally, diseases are of two types. So sometimes you might be having fever and going to doctor to get medicine, or body ache or stomach ache. So these are the different diseases one can catch in some time. But some of the diseases can be spread from one person to another, and some of the diseases do not spread from one person to another person. So they are divided into two groups. Non-communicable, which do not get transmitted from one person to another, and communicable means it get transferred from one person to another. Like common cold, if you are having common cold, you sit beside your family member or your friend, that person will also catch common cold. So it is communicable disease. So first we come to non-communicable disease. Actually, non-communicable diseases are the diseases, we can say, deficiency diseases. If carbohydrate, protein intake is very less in your body, then you may catch marasmus. Then marasmus disease can occur. But it is non-communicable. It is deficiency disease due to lack of protein and carbohydrates and fats in your body. And some non-communicable diseases are due to lack of nutrients that I have already told you. Next is the kwashiorkor. It is the disease which is caused due to lack of proteins in your body. If intake of protein is very less, then one can suffer from disease kwashiorkor. Now, if the person is suffering from anemia, means there is lack of iron. Iron deficiency causes anemia. Iodine deficiency causes goiter. And calcium and phosphorus deficiency cause improper development of bones and teeth. So all the nutrients are very necessary and it must be taken in proper quantity. If its quantity is too less or more, then adverse effect you can see. Now deficiency of vitamin A causes night blindness. It is a disease which occurs due to deficiency of vitamin A in diet. If there is deficiency of vitamin B, you can catch beriberi disease. It is skin disease. Skin becomes dry and scaly. Vitamin C deficiency causes scurvy, bleeding gums, and deficiency of vitamin D causes rickets, or we can say bent legs, bending of the spines. Okay children, now we come to communicable diseases. Diseases that spread from one person to another are called communicable or infectious diseases. These diseases are caused by microorganisms like bacteria and virus and protozoa. These are the microorganisms which cannot be seen by your naked eyes, and these microorganisms cause diseases and get transferred from one person to another person, and so it is called as communicable diseases. Like microorganism bacteria, it causes cholera, pneumonia, tuberculosis, typhoid, plague and meningitis. Microorganism virus causes common cold, flu, polio, chickenpox, measles, AIDS. Protozoa, it causes malaria and dysentery. Okay children, today this much, will continue tomorrow.